everyone, to Fudge 3004 here. Welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. I was telling my friend about this. He had watched my video and he said something that I never really thought about. So when I was making this, I just built all of this stuff here and you guys didn't get to see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and put these pieces back in so you can see how to build these things, so that way you have an idea of what it takes. And I was looking at my design because I realized after I did this that I kind of made an error. So I said that if I wanted to put drills on this side that I was going to be able to, but yeah, I could put one and then I can't put any more because this pipe right here is in the way. So I'm going to route that over here and go like up here and then over to that conveyor up there. So that way it's out of the way and then I can put on more drill heads without a problem. I've also been thinking about maybe extending this out like a few pieces, and then that way we can actually have a bigger drill area, but I may do that after a while. I'm not going to do that right now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to change this and then I'm going to put in these pieces again so you can actually see what this is. I'm going to start grinding down these and get these out of the way because I need to, so I can route them into here and I can just start taking them out one by one and then fly up there and take them out. So start with this and just kind of start with what I can, and come on, you can find it. It's right there. There you go. Make sure to have the outline, the red outline of things around us so you can actually see it. You can see that outline right here on the right side of the screen. That outline right there. So if I go to V, you can really see that outline right there. And that's what you want to be able to see so you know that you are grinding or welding something. Welding is green and grinding is red. And that way that'll help you out to know what you're doing. Okay. Let's start by placing a few pieces over here, and I need to get number 6. And this has all 3 of those components in it: the conveyor tube, the curved tube, and the conveyor junction. I'm just going to go ahead and go with the curved tube for right now. And I'm also going to have to build a cargo container over here too to hold all of this stuff. Maybe I should build that and have that route into there, and then that can go into the refinery. That should be a really good idea because this thing doesn't hold exactly like a whopping lot. It holds 75,000 liters, which sounds like a lot, but when you start running this drill, it really goes by fast. Let me build out this some more. I don't know if I have any steel plates on me. I do not. So I'm going to go get some steel plates. And then I am going to build this out. I will build probably a few, maybe just a large cargo container, and then I will put on, that's going to be pretty massive, but this thing's going to have a lot of ore coming our way, and then I might have to put an engine on here for the power too. So let me get the steel plates, get a little thing built here, and I'll show you guys the cargo container and move on from there. Alright, to be able to put in the cargo container like I want to and not have it in the way of where if I want to expand this drill head area is I'm going to have to kind of move the cargo container back because I'm going to use a large one, and this thing is very, very large, and that's one of the things. It's going to hold a lot, but I'm going to be getting a lot. And so what I did is I just basically made a little bit of a shape here. I have that bend going out this way towards the rover, and then I have it come back out this way, so that way it's not going to be hanging over this edge over here any at all. Let's go to number 4, and let me see, there's a cargo container. Let's try to line up that hole with that. That should be lined up, I'm hoping. It looks like it is. The center square is where that's going to be lined up, and it looks like it is good. Now this thing is going to take a lot of parts, and that's going to be one of the biggest drawbacks. So let's see what this thing is going to take. Yeah, like 360 interior plates, and I don't have that many on me, but I can get some of this stuff going, so yeah, not very much. I am going to get all the parts ready, and you can see what the parts are in here. Construction components, computers, displays, motors, small steel tubes, metal grids, and a whole lot of construction and interior plates. A lot of stuff. I'm gonna get all that stuff. Oops. I'm gonna get all that stuff going, and then I will get this built. I'll catch up with you guys here in just a sec. While all that stuff is being made, they had an update, and it was actually a pretty good update. They added another DLC pack that has a bunch of skins and a few different things in it. So if any of you are looking to update your skins or whatever, you can get the DLC pack for $6. It's not just skins, but that's a lot of the main point, and a lot of the clean armor and different things like that. They also added a cryo chamber that can go on small grids. Normally the cryo chamber does not go on small grids like this. This is a small grid. This is the... Come back here. This is a large grid. And the cryo chambers only go on the large grid until now. So they made them for the small ones too. And they also added one other thing. So if I wanted to, let's say, find out about, tracking this part right here. Let me go, I think it's under G that, okay, the build planner. I can track how to build the large cargo container. So I can do the build planner, click to add selected block variant, or drag and drop place block here. Middle mouse button on a block to quickly add it to the build planner. Okay, so I want the large cargo container. Now, this is going to tell me everything that I need right here without having to always go to it, look at it, and all that stuff. So I can just continue to do this and get that. So 300 interior plates, 60 constructions, 360 interior plates. So I have most of that. I have 299, and where's the rest of my interior plates? Did I not make them yet? Okay, we'll go and do 100 more of those because we're going to need them anyway. So we'll be doing that, and we need about 61 to be able to finish that off right there. Let's go ahead and add these components to this, and then once we get this cargo container built, then it will we'll be able to speed things up a little bit and work on that, get the tubes all done. Okay, I have the construction components and the computers and the motors. So now I just need a few more metal grids, one display. Okay, and I can also go to G, and it will have that down here, and I can just look at it like that to see. Alright, instead of always having to run over to something and check it out, and run back and forget what it was that I was trying to get. Alright, let me see, I don't need 24 and I had 8, so let's go and do 3 of these. That'd be 30, and let's do about 40 of those. And we also needed a display. We have exactly 1 display. That's awesome. Now we have all the parts. We should be able to finish this large cargo container off. Sorry it's so choppy. I really don't know why it's doing that right now. Okay, we need 8 more steel tubes. Alright, we can come up here on this side and just do that. So let's go and grab 10 more. I was close. I thought about grabbing 50, but I thought 40 would be enough. Alright, this is a large cargo container. And like I said, this thing is massive. You can see just how small I am compared to this thing. Let's look inside of it and see what the inventory is. So 4 million liters is what this thing can hold, and that's a freaking lot. Now we can get up on top of the assembler and maybe try to put in some of these tubes, and then we can reroute all of this. I'm going to grind down these tubes and start rerouting that to up there, and then I will redo this for you guys so you can see what goes on there. Let's just start over here at the container end, and let's go to number 6. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is again have bends first, look to go over right up by there and make sure that we don't run into that. So let's go to number 6. Let's flip this guy around like that. And then we'll start getting this stuff welded up as we go. Should have enough stuff, I'm thinking, I hope. And then we will put on a straight piece or two. Hey, I actually made it. How do you like that? Let's put on a straight piece like that. Another straight piece right there. I'll get this welded up. Right there. Let's fly over to here since we can't really jump up on top of there to weld this guy up. And then we need to take him up from here. So I'm going to get up on top of here and we will begin adding these pieces. I'm going to route this. You guys can see what I'm doing here, so that way you know how to better do these things. If you've never done this, some of this stuff can be very confusing. And I'm not going to claim to be, an expert or anything on this game, but learning this game over the years, it has definitely helped me do better with it each and every time. Alright, I'm going to route this, and I will catch up with you guys once that's done and I get some energy. A lot of times what I do when I'm building my ships or bases or anything is I will build as much as I can with the parts that I have, and then I know I only need a few parts. Right now all I need is 20 construction components for these last 3 pieces. Or 4 pieces, I guess. So maybe I don't have enough construction components on me, but I know I have enough in the assembler. So I've put in all the pieces that I can, and so I just went back and got some construction components. I'm going to have a little bit more because I'm not going to have quite enough. Not so far. Yep, I'm going to have to get 16 more. So let's go and grab those real quick. And I'm just going to stay flying just because it's a lot easier. Then let's go back up here and let's build this. Alright, that is now done. Now, I'm going to take off the drill, and I can relabel this stuff. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to show you guys how to put in the pistons, because that can be a little confusing if you've never done it before. So, first things to do is, let me get rid of all this, and then I will come back and rebuild it. Alright, so here is the piston, and as you can see, it has a part that is not filled in. That's the part that is going to extend. So when you're building this stuff, let me go up there and show you real quick what happens. I am going to try to attach this to right here, and it lets me do it this way, but if I try to spin it around like this, I can't do it because there's nothing to attach to. This is the part that's going to extend out, is the red area up at the top that doesn't have anything in it. But if I put it like that, then that way I can put it on right, and then the extending part will be down here. And then what I can do is come down to the next area, and again I have to make sure that I put it in the right way. You can't just pop these things in however you want to. These things will automatically transfer the ore all the way up, so you don't have to worry about that. And again, make sure that you don't try to put it in upside down. It just will not work like that. And again, the green line means that you either have all the components or it is facing the right way, or both. Well, basically both, because you have to have the components and it has to be facing the right way or whatever. So that is that. That's all that. Let me go ahead and again, I'll do this top part right here because these come in 2 pieces. As I said in my last episode, you have the top part of the piston, and then you have the piston itself right here. And you can see the parts that they take. So they take, steel plates, construction components, large steel tubes, motors, computers, and steel plates. Not a lot, but enough that your inventory gets pretty full if you build a few of these. And again, if you have to build all of the top parts and the regular pistons, and when grinding them down, you also have to take off the top part also, because if you don't, then that'll just drop onto the ground, and then you just have these top parts littering the ground. You gotta do it all over again. Okay, need some more large steel tubes to finish off those. And those are in here. Luckily, I do have the room in here, so let me get that. And I'm carrying as much as I can with the hydrogen bottles that I made in the last episode. Alright, so here is these last couple of parts. Remember to make sure that that does have the green outline, as you can see, because again, you do have to have that if you want this to work right. Okay, so the top part should be done. There we go. It is now done. Make sure you check everything. Make sure it says 100%, because sometimes you think it does and it's like not working. You're like, what's going on? Well, so you just didn't build it all the way. I mean, that's fine as long as it goes above this line, the blue line. There's also a red line. Those kind of are together right now, but as long as they go above that line, you're okay. Alright, I'm going to relabel these again just like I did. So let's do top. Wanted to make that capital T. Top piston part. Okay, top piston. I'm going to relabel these again just like I did the last time. And then I'm going to put on the drill head. Okay, got that on. Let's re-put on the drill head. Number 5. And again, make sure that you don't put it on, maybe sideways or something, because then you're going to like, well, what's going on here? And again, you can't put it on upside down with the drills facing upwards like that. It just will not work. So again, you do have to make sure you put it on the right way. And this can go around either way you want to do it. It really doesn't matter. You can spin it around as many times as you want to, as long as the ports are always facing out and it looks like that when you're hooking it up. Let's put that in. Let's do number 9. And let's do this. Now, just for fun, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the refinery for a little bit, and let's just see how much ore we do get with a little bit of drilling. Turn that off. Now, I'm going to have to build a flight seat also to be able to control this, and I'm going to try to figure out a place to put that. But now I can at least put several drill pieces on here. Maybe I could put that like right over here or something so I can see what the heck I'm doing over here. I don't want to do it there since I got to have that walkway. I can do it right there. I'm going to see if I can get a flight seat or a control seat or something like that on here. And as soon as I get that done, we will start drilling. I place this flight seat right here next to these tubes and also right in front of the pistons so I can get a good clear view of what's going on. I'm going to need more construction components, 8 more computers, 4 displays, quite a few construction components, and then I will build this and we will start this show a-going. We're going to get a lot of ore, and that's going to be really, really good for continuing this here because we need a lot of stuff. So I need constructions and displays, and I've already forgotten what I needed, and that's part of the problem. You come down here, you get busy, you're trying to make your way down, and you're like, I know I needed something. What did I need? So let's just go and grab 100 of those. I need to make some displays, so let's just go and make like 10 of those. And I needed computers, so I don't need that many computers. Too few. Make sure we have enough. We'll take that 20. And then let's go build that baby. Now we can begin drilling, I hope. We should have enough power. That's something I'm going to have to definitely kind of see. But the drill only takes like 2 watts or something or whatever. It doesn't take a whole lot. So that's going to be the best part right now. Alright, here this is, and we just got our flight seat built. I'm using the flight seat because it has a smaller screen so we can actually see what we're doing. Let's press F and let's go to V, and then I'm going to press Alt, and I'm going to see if I can go around this okay. Kind of get a close-up view. I may need to make it a little bit lower just to see what I'm doing, but That might actually be a good thing to make it lower, because then I can actually really see how I'm getting in there. But we'll see how this goes. I can always get off of it too and go check out what's going on down there. Okay, this looks pretty solid. I think it's going to be pretty good. Let's go to I, and let's go to control panel. Now let's go to these pistons right here. Where's the other piston? So, okay, top piston, and hold down control, and you can select these other ones. Now, you want to make sure that you click this Share Inertia Tensor equalizes virtual masses of connected grids to achieve more stable behavior. So, let's turn this on. Okay. Now, all that is on for all those pistons. That's going to help out a lot. Now, the drill is right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back out of this by pressing F, and then I'm going to go to G, and I'm going to go to the drill, and I'm going to go to toggle block on and off, put that on the bar for the seat, and then I'm going to have to find the pistons, and let's go lower piston first, and we want to extend and retract. So what we're going to have to do is put extend on one, and find that again, and then put retract on the next one, and then we just have to do this for all the pistons. So right click and then extend, retract. And here's the top piston. So again, right click, extend, right click again, and retract. That way we can take them in and out as we want to. Alright, first things first, turn this on. Now this is already starting to drill. That hole is already starting to get bigger. You can see all that dust flying around. That means that it's already working. Now let's go to number 2, and let me get in a good place where you can actually see this come down. Now that piston is starting to come down just like that, and it's pushing that drill head way down to the ground. It isn't going to be a long ways down, but it should be a fair amount down. So once that goes down like that, you can see just how far down that goes. That goes a long ways down. Let's go ahead and press 1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to I. Let's go to inventory. And let's find, it should already be in that cargo container, because there's going to be a lot of stuff in there. Large cargo container 2. Just that little bit of drilling, we already got 18,000 stone. Once you turn on the, man, look at that, 234,000 liters for that drill alone. That's a lot. Then that the refinery, then that'll pull that stone through. So let's press I, number 1, and then let's go to number 4. That will extend the next one out, and you guys can see how this is working right now. So as I go down, you can see that that's really extending out quite a ways, and now we should probably be hitting cobalt, I'm sure. We can have ourselves a mighty deep hole. And again, let's shut off the head. Now let's go to I, and let's check out our, okay, basic refinery. Yeah, see, okay, that's a basic refinery. Okay, look, we already have 2.45 thousand cobalt ore. It's not a lot, but look at all the stone. We have gotten 20,000 more stone just with that little bit of drilling there. So let's go ahead and do this again. Let me go back up here like this, and you guys can actually be able to see this one, because I'm going to go to V, and we can watch this one extend. Let me turn that back on, and let's go to number 6. So that's that piston right there, that very top piston pushing down. And here comes the next part, and you can see how it's separating the different pieces. And the last part. Then let's circle back around here. Now that's as far down as that is going to go, but we should have actually gotten quite a lot of stuff. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to number 7 to retract that one. Let's turn that off. And then number 5, and you can retract these at the same time, and that's just a-okay. That isn't going to hurt anything. So we do have enough power. That is working out just fine. I'm just worried about the assembler, or the refinery, because that thing pulls a lot of power, as does the assembler. All that stuff is being pulled back up. Let's go down. Let's just see how deep this hole actually is. The good thing is you always get in the thing the same way that you get out of the thing the same way you go in. If I go in the front, then I'm going to get out the front and I'm probably going to fall, so I try to go in the back this time. I'm going to fly down there. Let's go in the hole, and let's just see just how far down we actually did go. So I'm betting we went a heck of a lot farther down than what we dug when we were just mining this out. Whoa, that's a long ways down. Holy moly, we went a long ways down. Yes, I kind of got a little hurt too. How you like that? So our little hole is pretty darn deep right now. If that thing falls, it's crushing us pretty easy. So you can see just how far down we are. We are a long ways down. Here's just that little strip of where that cobalt is that we were working on, and I'm sure that we could come over here. Yeah, we are. Oh, we're still at the bottom, aren't we? Okay, yeah, so that is quite a bit down. I was kind of hoping that maybe we would have our little hole or something where we were actually digging in here, but I think that just got buried or something, taken out by the drill head. So that is one way to do it, and that's actually a really good way you can get a lot of stuff. Now, what I can also do is I can put on more drill heads, so I can actually get quite a bit more stuff. Now, if I know how far down that is, I can just extend it down, go down, see how far it is, and then continue to go down maybe a little bit more. And I think I can stop that piston a little ways, but I don't know. Let me go ahead and put on another drill head, but I'm going to have to do it a little bit differently because I'm going to have to raise it up a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean by that, because again, the ground is going to be in the way. What I've done is I have put a conveyor junction right there. I took off the drill and I put on a conveyor junction, which is like what we have way up there connecting all this stuff together. And then I put 2 drills on either side of that, so that way it kind of has like an upside down trophy look, and with the tall part being in the middle. Then, like first, second, and third place. I had to drill down a little bit with my drill just to get these to go in because they just were not going in right. So that's really the only change that I made with that. So that way you kind of have like a good drilling base to go with. Then I also moved this to right here, right in front of everything. So come on, let's get in there. Come on, there you go. Now we can really see what's going on. I need to remap this stuff, and then we will do a little bit more drilling. Alright, now that I got that done, now with these pistons, when you are putting them on your bar for extending and retracting, you don't have to put the bottom one to do first. It doesn't really matter which one you do first. I'm just doing it that way just as an example, because they will all still work the same way no matter what. Some of the other options on here, if you're breaking stuff like it's going too fast or pushing too fast or whatever, then you can increase the velocity or decrease the velocity. And increase maximum distance, decrease maximum distance. So you can actually adjust these quite a ways. You can see there's a little slider over here. So you can see a bunch of different things that you can do with this. And you can add a piston head, which I think is the top part. And then I don't know exactly what that does. I've never messed around with that much. Then I also put the drills. Let me click over here. I put the drills all in a group, so that way I have all 3 of them turned on at the same time when I'm ready to go. And yeah, so that's ready to go. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit more drilling before we have to end this episode. Let me go to V and let's swing around. Now this time we should actually be able to get a really good view because we're going to be a lot closer to the action. So those are the drills right there, as you can see. Let's get a really good close-up. I guess it's about as close-up as I'm going to get. Okay, there we go. Come on, you can do this. All right, let's just go ahead and press 1. Now these guys are going to start getting quite a bit of ore, as you can tell, because all the dirt and all that stuff floating around. And then again, I'm going to go ahead and press number 2 and start extending this down. And then we're going to see where we are, because I wanted to stop at just about where that cobalt is. So if I go down about yay far, maybe I'll be able to do that. You can kind of see it shaking a little bit. That's because of all the force that it is putting on the drills and all that. Alright, let's stop that there. Let's go down in the hole and let's just see how far down we are, if we are down by that cobalt or not. We need to be really, really careful how far down we go. Okay, hopefully nobody's around to hit the button for us. We can go down, looks like a little bit more to get to the next one. So I'm going to turn those back on and we'll see where we go down to the next area to maybe just hit the cobalt, and then probably in the next episode, I'm going to show you guys another little trick that you can do too to get out of here. To do things to help yourself out to get more ore when you can make it spin around and do different things like that. Okay, here's the way out. That's iron. Okay. And there it is. So I have to be really careful because I really don't want to fall down the hole. Whoa, that's the hole I don't want to fall into. So that's the iron. This should be going up, right? Okay, that's cobalt right here. So where did we drill to? I thought that we drilled right into the cobalt. Looks like we actually kind of did right here. So we actually have a lot more cobalt to dig into, and that's actually really good. So basically I missed the mark. How do you like that? Built this whole darn big structure and totally missed the mark for where I was going. Yeah, that's good plan, but that's good building right there, man. So yeah, we missed it, but there's lots of cobalt down here, so to be quite honest, I'm not that worried about it. We will be okay. Let me get out here. And let's go down a little bit more before we have to end this episode, and then we will see if we can get to just that cobalt. Get back in here, turn these guys on again, and then let's go to number 4. Wish there was a way to kind of stop it, but I don't think that there is. Okay. Alright, that's probably going to be going too far, but I don't really know of a way to make it stop. Let's turn off the drills again, and let's just go down and take a real quick look. I'm hoping we are right at the cobalt, and you know what? Looks like we actually are right at the cobalt. That is what I was hoping for. Now, the only thing is we can go down a tiny bit more, but if we do, we're going to end up missing it again, and that's not going to be good, but that's okay. We can actually go down a little ways more, and then just like, you know, go down for just a few seconds and then make it come back up, and then we'll actually have that area fairly well done. Let me extend the last piston out. So again, turn number 1, and let's go to number 6. Gonna do that for just a few seconds. Probably go to the start of the second one. Okay, and then we will bring that back up. Now that should have gotten quite a bit more cobalt. That's going to be really good. You guys can build this over any area that you want to. It really doesn't matter. And you can build it how you want to. That is the whole good thing about this. So this has actually been working out really well. Let's turn that off. Now, I'm going to go over to that cargo container, and let's just have a look, see how he's doing. I don't want to fall in the hole, that's for sure. Alrighty, this is why I'm thinking about extending that out, maybe just a little bit, like 1 or 2 more, and then I have a little bit more room to work with, if you know what I mean. I can have a walking platform right in front there. Let's look. Look at that, 40,000 cobalt, or 40,000 kilograms of cobalt, and 195,000 kilograms of stone. Wow. That's the good thing about this thing too, is it will drill a lot, and then we have way more stuff, and then we can actually build something really large if we want to. Now we can put on a rotor and have this thing actually turn down there, and once we get like a nice big hole, we can have this turn, but we have to actually extend this out quite a way, so that way we're not hitting our own base, because if we turn this thing, if we try to put that on and turn this thing right now, it's going to rip our base to shreds. So you guys got to see how to do a little bit of drilling. You saw that with that little bit I actually got a lot of ore. That would have taken me forever using my little hand drill, but doing it this way, you get a lot really quick. Now I can begin getting all of this stuff done, and it's going to start pulling in stuff, and it's just going to start cranking stuff out like crazy. Let's go see what the power consumption is. So it just keeps on pulling stuff in. Let me go to here, and alright, you're just being silly. Now that will just run. It's just pulling in a little bit at a time for whatever reason. But since that has something to chew on there, now it's going to keep on pulling in this stone. You can see it's pulling in like 2,000 at a time. And now we're going to be getting a whopping lot of stuff. This is going to increase significantly. And that's going to grind that down, and that will move over. And then it will keep on pulling in stuff. And again, we have iron down there that we could... we could put on another drill head with like another piston or something over here, and just have that one do separately right over here where the iron is or whatever, and we can do as much as we want to. Now the more you build out with like these little pieces, the worse it's going to be, so make sure that you always have things stabilized really well. Alright everybody, thank you for joining me here. This is Space Engineers. We actually have our little big drilling platform going. I have seen much bigger. A friend that I have on my server built a huge one, and it was like ridiculous. But he got a lot of stuff because he's making a lot of parts and building big ships and everything else. So yeah, and that's where I learned to do this. I went and looked at his stuff just to see exactly how to do it, and that's what I wanted to do, is show you guys how to put this stuff together, because I didn't know how to do any of this. So you guys can see, use the pistons. You can also use rotors, and we will go over that at a little bit later point in time once I kind of work with the rotors a little bit. And you definitely want to feed it into a cargo container, so that way it can just feed into there, into the refinery, and then you can keep this guy going a little bit lower. Thank you guys for joining me here. Welcome to the new subscribers. I hope you guys are enjoying my channel. And welcome to all the old subscribers also. You guys are all very important to me. And thank you for joining me here. You guys have a great day. Remember to like, subscribe, and share on your favorite social media, and comment below. And we will talk to you guys next time. I am DeFudge3004. See you guys later. Bye-bye.